A four-way match. Kenny Omega does not need to be pinned or submitted to lose the title. It's first pinfall or submission.
That's right. If you haven't seen this type of match, there's no tags. It's not a tag team match. It's kind of just Wild Wild West Jones in the middle of the ring.
That's Dorado, Brody King, and Kenny Omega taking the fight to Claudio Castagnoli, John Moxley's emissary of violence of the Death Riders.
Every man for himself.
I mentioned Castagnoli. He defeated Commander. Brody King defeating Josh Alexander. And it was Massacre of Dorado, a victory over Hechicero, his fellow CMLL athlete, this past Saturday night on Collision that earned Dorado his spot in this match. As Brody King running through both Omega and Dorado.
Smart goal towards the legs. Take down that big redwood.
Whoa. Massacre of Dorado took a couple steps forward towards Omega. Omega has got something else in mind as Claudio Castagnoli on the outside, and Castagnoli bailing out. Smart move by Castagnoli. Unpopular, but smart.
Ankle pick right there by Dorado.
Now the match, the pace of this match, Ian, is about to quicken. It is happening before our eyes.
And to me, this is a dream match. Dorado, to me, is the wild card. He has the least amount of experience in his career, but also these three men have not faced Dorado in singles action.
Oh, Claudio Castagnoli running over Omega and Dorado. And yeah, Ian, I agree. Dorado, the X factor in this match, has had some great action on Collision 2 weeks in a row. Great wins. Has Brody King and Castagnoli still on the outside.
It's rare that Claudio doesn't have the size advantage when you deal with Brody King.
Omega finds Claudio on the outside, and Dorado building up speed. Over the top, the tornado takes down King.
Bodies everywhere in the Mile High City.
For the international title, it's up for grabs.
Dorado just sidestepped by Brody King, sent over the barricade.
Yeah, fans, this is not Coors Field. You got to throw them back. You got to let them get back into the ringside area.
And remember, we're just a few days removed from Double or Nothing. And Kenny Omega, part of that Anarchy in the Arena match, Taz. But as was Claudio Castagnoli, who's now taking a chop on the head of Brody King. Castagnoli, now he likes to deliver that uppercut to a seated opponent. And
Ran right into that.
Brody King coming on the way in.
Big man out of Van Nuys. He's coming in hot.
Wait a second, Dorado. Let's go, Dorado. Looking for a haircut. Oh, step powerbomb out to Castagnoli.
Like a projectile.
Here comes King. Brody sandwiching both Dorado and Castagnoli.
What impact.
The life leaving Claudio temporarily.
Like snap, dragging on the floor.
Man, you can feel the floor, dude. What impact.
What strength, what explosivity shown by Kenny Omega.
And technique was the key to suplex a man that big. With a snapdragon, you really got to have good technique. Get your hips engaged, get low, and he did that.
Omega, the 11th AEW International Champion. Now perhaps poised to terminate the competition. Kenny Omega with the advantage in this four-way match for the AEW International Championship. But don't go anywhere because the battle rages on.
Well, the champion's standing tall right now. That's impressive in this four-way match.
Especially after Anarchy in the Arena, a match that could take weeks, months, even years off a career.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but that Anarchy in the Arena match, it was brutal, it was wild, and Omega, you have to remember, it bears repeating, had a very, very scary battle with diverticulitis. It's almost a miracle, Taz, that he is able to compete today and compete even at the, let alone compete at the high level that he is.
Oh, I completely agree with you. Yeah, it's all inspiring with Omega able to battle back from all that he's been through from a health perspective and his body. But he's here, man. He's battling. He's got that international championship now. Claudio just put the brakes on the big man.
Yeah, the eye poke by Castagnoli. Oh, and a rib breaker. Castagnoli not done. Targeting the spine, the ribs, the midsection of Kenny Omega. You see Omega immediately clutching that abdomen. He had 2 feet of his intestine removed.
Very, very smart move from Castagnoli. As Castagnoli now, who's had historically issues with luchadors. We talked about his bout against Commander, who's had success. But Claudio tends to do better against guys the size of Brody King, as wild as that sounds.
Right now, Claudio looks like he's doing better against everybody. I mean, he's dominant here.
And remember, there's no count out, no disqualification in a 4-way match. First fall to a finish as Castagnoli now on the attack.
Yeah, good rear chin lock applied. It's tough to topple a guy like Claudio with his experience, his size, and power. Some would say Excalibur need a 9 iron.
Great point, Taz.
He's got it in tight. Omega's grabbing at the grip so he doesn't get choked out. Smart right there. You see Kenny's hands. You attack the point of where you're getting that choke applied.
Yeah, but with the power of Claudio Castagnoli, easier said than done, even for an athlete like Kenny Omega. Omega repeating shots to the midsection.
Oh, right back to it, though.
Great anticipation shown by Claudio Castagnoli.
The sleeper hold sinks the champion down.
Big height advantage. When we have that kind of height with a sleeper hold that Claudio has and the strength, Ian, man, it's tough. It's tough to get out of that.
I can't even imagine. I mean, Kenny's no small man, standing 6'1", close to 230, and Claudio's got a few inches. Trying to get back to his feet. The champion with a jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker as Brody King now battering the chest of Claudio Castagnoli. And Omega, inadvertent contact between Omega and Brody King, and Claudio Castagnoli looking to take advantage.
Yeah, I think that blow was meant for Claudio. Man, that's hard impact there.
Dorada set hard into the stage as Castagnoli on the attack. Welcome back to AEW's Fighter Fest, a 4-hour live broadcast here on TBS and Max. The AEW International Championship on the line, and right now the champion, Kenny Omega, finds himself in the grips of one of his 3 challengers, Claudio Castagnoli.
He's shown heart, he's shown effort. If there's movement, he will fight back. If there's a pulse, he will keep going. Taz delivering the rights, but sending him back down.
As Omega, the knee to the midsection. Hoist up, Castagnoli on the shoulders. Omega.
That midsection on talent.
The knees are up by Castagnoli in that midsection. The battle of diverticulitis. Taz, the 2 feet of intestine removed from Omega, and Castagnoli shooting in on that.
And bringing those shots, those shoulder shots to the gut, definitely can affect your liver like a liver shot that a boxer gets. And as we documented the issues,
Omega rolls through the Snapdragon delivered on Castagnoli. And Dorada set for a ride. In comes Brody King.
King's busted open, by the way.
I think a gash over the eye, maybe from where he and Kenny Omega collided heads during the break. And
nice arm drag, an inverted arm drag. Good job by the big man there. Well done.
Let's get him, Brody. Omega had the element of surprise last time. This time, it is King who's in control.
And Master Dorada finding himself in the grip and in the fireman's carry of Brody.
Oh, no! Wow, that sucks for Kenny. Oh,
that sucks for Dorada, too.
Yeah, I forgot about that guy. Yeah, Dorada really got it bad, too. Both of those guys.
And now Brody. What power by Castagnoli, the cover to champion. So close.
Almost a new international champion right there.
And Taz, Kenny Omega would have played no role in the finish.
Yeah.
He would have lost his title right there.
And like you pointed out earlier, Excalibur, he doesn't have to be part of, a submission or a pinfall victory for one of these other men, and he could lose his title without being involved with that sequence.
Omega, the shot to the back of Claudio Castagnoli. And now Omega. Maybe a V trigger for Castagnoli. Omega with Castagnoli up to the top.
Well, the eyes are glazed with Castagnoli, the champion now. Second rope on the inside.
Well, that's why you see the sense of urgency of Omega.
Oh, no. Brody King back into the fray. Good Lord. Thunderous chop takes down the champion and King. Now maybe this is that lingering animosity, Taz, between Brody King, Claudio Castagnoli stepping back to the Continental Classic.
Kenny with a double axe handle right to the back of King.
And, oh wait, Omega.
The test of the core here.
Omega trying to put Brody King out, looking for...
Oh, Kenny Omega looking for the one-wing angel.
Castagnoli on the top. Uppercut. Castagnoli. The cover made. 2. No. Omega's there. Just enough to break it up.
Omega saved his own championship right there. Watch this impact on the landing of King.
Oh, the way the head and neck snaps to Dorada, driving the drop kick into the champion.
Dorada back into action, but at least for a moment, Castagnoli sends him to the outside, sends Omega to the outside.
And this makes clear the strategy of Castagnoli. He thinks he can get the pinfall on Brody King.
Or is Castagnoli? Castagnoli, I'm not sure what he had in mind there. Brody King, though.
The blood rushing and flowing from the skull, just above the eye.
You don't tip your top rope here, Big King.
It's
tough, man. It's tough.
There's inspiration. There's blood on those ropes.
Strong as Castagnoli, so it's hard.
Oh, Castagnoli sends Brody King down, but Mascara Dorada off the back of Brody King. The hook. Mascara Dorada with the chance. Wait on it. 2. No.
Knocking on the door.
No.
Kenny just wasted him.
The knee strike as Fighter Fastest 4-hour special broadcast rages on. I'm Excalibur, Ian Riccaboni, Taz on the call for this AEW International Championship 4. Whoa! John Omega, the V-trigger to Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio's dazed. Omega now looking for here, Excalibur.
The one-winged angel.
Oh, Kenny Omega looking for the one-winged angel.
He spiked the champion! He spiked the champion! Goodness!
And Brody King swinging for the fences! King! And the leg from Claudio for lunch! I think they call Claudio high! But the cover made! Claudio able to kick out!
What a battle. These 4 men from 4 different countries have an addict hanging in the balance. Is the AEW International title.
None of these 4 competitors, Ian, with a clear advantage at this point.
No, it is anybody's match here. Sold out Denver. This crowd going wild.
And remember, we still have 2 more hours of Fighter Fest to come, including Will Ospreay in action.
Right to the sternum, the uppercut.
And Brody King, while dropping Castagnoli down to a knee. Mascara Dorada, the crossbody, but
Oh, man.
whoa, Dorada finds his feet. The nimbleness of Dorada on display. As is the creativity. Whoa, but Castagnoli shuts down Dorada with the high boot.
It keeps coming back to these 2 beasts.
Can he swing this big mouth?
Now the swing.
Gigantic giant swing. And the exclamation point.
He broke it up. Well, here's the cover.
2, no, Castagnoli the stops.
And I think we would have saw a rest stoppage with all the blood that is pumping out of the skull of Brody King. That swing, I think, would have do it. I think Claudio knows it too, Taz.
Yeah, I think you're right. That's why he's singling out Brody King right here. He's Claudio.
New neutralized him.
Center of the ring. Now Claudio covers to Omega there just in time.
So many near falls in this match where the titles almost switched. We lost count how many times.
The fans here in Denver trying to will on Kenny Omega. Can he land another Snapdragon on Castagnoli? Can he defend his international championship? Dorada, the chance. Castagnoli, the crucifix. 1, 2. Now Dorada up to his feet, ducks under Castagnoli. Great extension on the thrust kick. Castagnoli avoids Dorada. Now looking for Cazador. Oh, Dorada to his feet. Master Dorada swinging and missed by Castagnoli. And you talked Ian about how Claudio Castagnoli so vexed by luchadors once again beaten. That time by Master Dorada.
And it might cost him the title, and it might put the title around the waist of Dorada.
What huge news that would be as we head to Mexico in 2 weeks' time. Dorada's going to win. Dorada's going to Omega pushes the pile and breaks up the pinning predicament.
Yes, Omega saving his own title again. Great defensive wrestling by Kenny.
Now Omega. Oh, looking to take advantage of Dorada, but Mascara Dorada, the thrust kick stuns the champion, but the uppercut stuns Dorada. As now Castagnoli. Oh, sent over the top. Dorada. As a bloody Brody King just stumbling by our desk as Mascara Dorada finds his foot and shot. Press to the floor.
It's Dorada. It's Omega. The time. Whoa. Very block to the outside.
Great job by Dorada, man. He really got Brody King out of nowhere.
And not only that, Taz, but he was able to avoid the champion. He was able to avoid Kenny Omega, who was looking beleaguered at this point. Dorada. Oh, Dorada was looking for the work on Omega.
With power. Oh, God. Here we go.
Omega.
One-way Tansel.
Forget about it.
Yes!